A review of Airplane? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. My name is Charlie, and this is what's distracting me right now. So Airplane is a spoof movie that parodies typical disaster movies of that era, such as Airport 1975 and Zero Hour. And when I say spoof movies, I don't mean like the current trend of them that don't actually try and make any sort of crafted joke. They just make reference after reference without making any sort of joke at all. They just shove in whatever is popular at the time, even if it makes no sense in the context of the movie! Those movies can burn in hell. No, these were made by the Zucker and Abrahams team, the team that were also responsible for such things as the Naked Gun series, Ruthless People, and Top Secret. They also went on to do solo projects such as Hot Shots and Basketball. Now, I thought people were exaggerating when they said that Airplane was one of the funniest movies of all time. It really is. Whether it be physical humour, play on words, parody, they just seem to pull off every single kind of joke, and they have it in there at some point. I didn't think I'd be laughing so hard during the opening title of a movie, for example. Another part of what makes these films so funny is that the actors play it straight. They act like they would in a typical disaster movie, with the exception of one person, but oh well, which is made all the funnier by the fact that the characters they're playing are the sort of normal one-dimensional trope characters that you'd find in that sort of movie. And the fact that they're in these absurd and ludicrous situations makes it all the more funny that they just act completely serious throughout it all. The sheer relentless tide of unending jokes is preposterous as well. Like, I think I'll have to actually give this film another rewatch because I think I might have missed half the jokes just because I was laughing so hard that I couldn't hear them. Even when there's no written, spoken or physical jokes happening in the foreground, there is probably something in the frame that can make you laugh. I chuckled a little, for example, when I saw that whacking material was written on one of the magazine shelves. That's only one of a couple sexual jokes in the film as well, which surprises me considering it was a PG, and some of them are pretty explicit. Things like this, I think, promotes the film even more, as multiple viewings may reward the viewer with something that they haven't seen before, which is seldom seen amongst a lot of comedy movies nowadays. I mean, apart from a few exceptions. To conclude this review, Airplane is a fantastic movie, and I recommend it to pretty much everyone. There's something in this movie for literally everyone, whether you're an adult, a kid, or even if you're one of those brainless mongoloids that like the current trend of spoof movies that's so devoid of intelligent, crafted humour that they simply laugh and clap like a seal at every reference that they think is a joke. I'll tell you to watch this movie because not only might you laugh, you might actually learn something about comedy. So I'll ask you this, what is your favourite comedy movie? Uninspired question, shut up. Mine has to be Monty Python's Life of Brian. I know most people prefer The Holy Grail, but my favourite's Life of Brian, just because it was the first one I saw, and I just prefer the humour that they use in that film. It's not to say Holy Grail's a bad film, it's a fantastic film, I just prefer Life of Brian. My name's Shirley, and I am serious.